It's a bogus memo. It's not based on fact, but it does reference highly classified intelligence matters. Now we see that he's even altered the memo, so to make matters worse. If he were to release that memo, he would not only be endangering our country, but he would also be violating the rules of the Congress of the United States.
That was Democrat Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi saying the release of the House intelligence memo is a national security risk. However, the memo was vetted by representatives from the Department of Justice, the FBI, the NSA, and the Office of the Director of National Intelligence. Counselor to the president, Kellyanne Conway, also says the memo was vetted by numerous intelligence agencies before its release.
This president has taken his time this week to make sure that legal counsel, National Security Council, and anyone else involved in the review process has had their time to diligently and thoroughly review the document before sending it back to Congress, because obviously Congress would be the one releasing this.
Joining me now, Fox News military analyst and host of War Stories, Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North. Good to see you, Colonel.
Good to see you, Liz. Risk and reward, great topic for a show on this. Yeah. Wow.
Colonel, what do you think of Nancy Pelosi's comment that the memo is a national security risk, releasing it as a risk?
Liz, I've very carefully read the entire House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence memo. That's what it properly is. And I've got some experience with FISA rules from the 1980s all the way to the present. I can see no breaches of sources and methods, therefore no security risks are evident in the memo. It certainly is a political liability and perhaps even a legal issue for the decision makers named in the memo, but it's not a national security issue. Yeah,
that's the risk, Colonel, that we saw. We read it too. All we see is names like Christopher Steele, Fusion GPS, the use of a Yahoo News story by Michael Isikoff in the FISA warrant application, right?
Yeah, well, look, it does appear that several of the FBI and DOJ officials named in the memo may have colluded, one might say conspired, with one another to cover up the reasons for continued surveillance of Carter Page, whose name is also in it. It also leaves open the prospect that Steele himself may have been acting on behalf of a foreign power, for example, the Russians, when he prepared the original dossier. So if that's the case, he would not be the first nor likely the last spy to be a double agent of the Soviets and Russians. It's a good reason why Steele and others, perhaps all those named except for perhaps Carter Page, who's already under the gun, at very least they ought to be anxious to prove that the dossier was accurate, since Mr. Steele's generous compensation was dependent on being believed by his client, Fusion GPS, and the FBI and the Department of Justice. And though venality is not in itself a crime, if the motive of the U.S. decision makers was to use the dossier as a means of derailing the Trump presidential campaign, as is alleged, that could well constitute a conspiracy.
Now, Colonel, has anybody, that's really interesting about the Steele dossier could have been a product of Russia, and we've heard inklings of that before. How dangerous is that? And is this within something that Russia would do?
Well, it's certainly within what Russia would do. I mean, the Russians have been actively engaged in political action in our country and in every other democracy since the 1920s. It's now much easier for them given social media. And I suppose it's a good thing that the facts in this memo didn't come out before Section 702 of the FISA law was voted on to extend it. If you think about that, if this had come out then, it might well have been voted down. And it is a very important capability.
That's an important point. You know, we have former FBI Director James Comey reacting to the memo release on Twitter saying, quote, "That's it. Dishonest and misleading memo wrecked the House Intelligence Committee, destroyed trust with the intelligence community, damaged relationship with the FISA court, and inexcusably exposed classified investigation of an American citizen for what? DOJ and FBI must keep doing their jobs." You know, just reading that tweet, it feels a little over-egged. We have the FBI saying this: FBI special agents have not and will not let partisan politics distract us from our solemn commitment to the mission. I mean, Comey says the memo is selling basically distrust of the FBI. What did you make of Comey's tweet?
Well, I don't think it's the FBI in toto. I've got lots of good friends who are and have been great FBI agents, and they've done great counterintelligence. The problem in this is it appears, at least on the surface, that you have FBI agents the Department of Justice and a guy who used to spy, I guess, for the British, acting in a way that is certainly very, very political when they start asking for continued surveillance over an American citizen. And I've got a lot of familiarity with that because I asked to be surveilled by that same NSA back in the 1980s. This stinks, and everybody knows it stinks. And for people to start complaining that this is a breach of national security is hogwash.
Yeah, Colonel, you know, Americans are really scared about political spying on opponents. That's East Berlin. Colonel Oliver North, thank you so much. It's so good to see you, sir. And do not forget to tune in to Colonel North's all-new episode of War Stories this Saturday, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on the Fox Business Network. Great stuff there.